I'm going to destroy all of my credibility as an expert in docking right now. Ahoy hoy, I am Captain Boomies, and in this video, I'm going to show you me screwing up docking a teeny tiny little boat in St. Pete during the St. Pete Boat Show. I am totally mortified by this, and I've tried to make this video a few times, and I just couldn't seem to do it. So now we're going to just stream of conscious this mess because I'm so embarrassed by it that this is the only way it's going to get out there. Forgive me. I was having a lovely time in St. Pete, staying at a very cool Airbnb that actually had a dock, and so I thought to myself, well, self, you should probably get a boat so that you can film the boat show from the water. And I happen to have Christine Lozada, the drone queen, with me, and I had her throwing her drone up and doing all kinds of cool stuff. Let me show off some of her amazing footage. Anyway, here is the really cool dock, and here's the little boat. It's a little hurricane deck boat. It's got a big old outboard on the back, and it's a rental. And the rental company was super nice and gave me a really good discount on it. Thank you guys. You can check out their website down below. I'm willing to do that because no, I didn't end up damaging this boat. I just did a terrible job docking it, and I'm going to show you really quickly how that looked. Super fast motion. Let's go. Okay, so now you've seen I could not get this boat close to the damn dock. I had to have my husband ultimately do a flying leap, and I hate that. To be fair though, I have to do a breakdown of what I was doing wrong and why this was happening and why I couldn't figure it out in the moment. I hate this. Okay, so starting out, my approach looks good. Everything looks good. The camera angle's great. Thanks again, Christine. And I think everything's going to be fine. And it's not until I start backing that I realize I have not set myself up with the bow in a good enough position. Part of the problem is I was thinking like a big boat, in that if the bow had any momentum, yeah, of course, it'll continue to have momentum in that direction for a while. It's a teeny tiny boat. That doesn't happen. And if anybody's weight moves around, like my husband's, that's gonna impact what the rest of the boat is doing. Now, I'm gonna give myself a lot of credit here because I just decided to pull away and try again. You'll see where I start to trim up, which also means that I lose a lot of my ability to steer. Let me explain to you why I'm going stern to the shallow. Because Christine's an amazing Instagrammer, YouTuber, aesthetics person, and the boat looked so much better pointing out from the dock that I needed that to be our setup on the dock. It was for completely vain reasons that I needed to go stern to the shallow stuff. If I didn't have to do that, I wouldn't have to trim up at the end there. I could push the bow right into the dock, going in forward, which would be great in a deck boat. I could have had such an easier life and a much less embarrassing time right now. Seriously, my chest is all red right now. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. All right, so my new approach must be taking into account that I want to put the bow where the bow belongs. And just as I think, okay, this is what I would do if I was in a super tight situation on a dock and I needed to get into the slip, and I'm failing again. I don't make the turn tight enough. The bow is still coming away from the dock like crazy. I'm never gonna make this. I'm back in the same position that I was in earlier. I don't know why that bow started moving as quick as it did, but I wasn't focused on it. I wasn't looking in all directions like you should be when you're driving a boat. Yeah, look at me. I'm coming in completely cockeyed. And there's nothing I seem to be able to do about it. And I'm having to trim up because it gets super, super shallow as I get closer to this dock. I hate this. It's so disgusting and embarrassing. I drive very large boats. I'm really good at it. Why? Why am I defeated by this hurricane and its stupid little fenders out on the side there? So that's my husband telling me to take a victory lap because he can tell I'm feeling like an idiot. And he's even doing a nice little look up at the drone for me to make sure I know that the pressure's on. Bastard. If at first you don't succeed, pull way the heck out and dock again from a different angle. So that's my plan on this approach. It's not going to be pretty either. But I am doing it nice and slow, and when my husband gets on the dock, he gives me a great little kick on the bow to bring the bow around, and now I'm just very gently giving it a bump in reverse because I'm still getting enough momentum in the right direction that it's happening. And then I get to a point where I have to even give it a bump in forward so that I could bring myself all the way up alongside. And that's forward with the engine trimmed up, which is a little bit better than reverse with the engine trimmed up. Thanks for suffering through this with me. I appreciate you. Make me feel better. Like, subscribe. Bing bong. Extra special thank you to Christine Lozada. She's amazing and such a great champion of content creators everywhere. So if you're like a content person, you should go check out her stuff. She'll teach you how to use your drone. In the meantime, let's talk about boat shows. I'm going to be hanging out with Argo at a few things coming up. So go check out my website. I'll be posting what boat shows I'm going to be at and when. And you can come say hi to me. We can grab drinks together. You can yell at me for all the mean things I've said on the internet, and I will love it. You can also yell at me for not making enough content, but you can only do that if you buy me a drink. That's the rules.